Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new episode of Fruits Basket, the final season, which is on episode 5, or episode 55 of the total number of episodes, you know? I mean, like, 25 episodes for the first two seasons, or the previous seasons or something, and now we're up to the 5th episode, you know? So, yeah. Anyways, this episode right here was actually really nice, and I actually wanted to have tears come out, you know? But, you know, as usual, when it comes to, like, wanting to have tears and cry after seeing certain scenes here and there, it's really hard to do so nowadays. I don't know if it's either because I've seen too much tragedy or I'm just, like, not in the mood for it right now. But if anything else, let's just get this started. We had to it that there's a scene with Yuki's older brother, Hattori, and Yuki, you know? Now, let me go this in order. Yuki's older brother, I forgot his name, the one that's the Snake Zodiac. He apparently gets asked by his assistant, and he apparently asked his assistant, if I'm cursed, will you still stay with me? And she said, even if you are cursed, I'll stay with you, because that's my own happiness, and I want you to be happy, you know? That I'll go to the very end of the earth for you. As for Hattori, he does talk to that other woman. I forgot her name. Forgive me. There's a lot of characters I don't tend to remember, either because, one, they don't have a lot of spotlight, or two, they just don't really connect with me. Well, first one's usually the mostly gonna happen because they don't have a lot of spotlight or they're not just too important to the story, you know, in a certain way. But yeah. Anyways, we get to see a scene with Yuki trying to tell Machi something, but unfortunately they get interrupted by Kimi Toto and what's the guy's name? Gosh dang, I'm so horrible at this. Like I said, there's a lot of characters in here that I don't tend to remember unless they have a lot of spotlight or they even have any importance to the story. But all I know is Yuki wanted to tell Machi something, but was unable to due to interruptions, you know, etc. As after the opening, we see Hattori like maybe mocking or taunting Akito, you know? And there will be a scene where Hattori ends up asking Shigure, what the hell is your deal, man? Why are you taunting her? Is this really a battle of wits or wills? Why can't you at least show any compassion or care towards her? And we had to that Shigure is like, I can't do that because I'm a twisted, evil guy. I'm not a good person. I'm not looking to become some kind of father to her, you know, that kind of thing. So we get to know about Shigure down the line. We all know he is like a manipulating scene schemer or a setup for something, you know. I could see it's always been like that throughout this entire season. And we get to know more of this dark side when it comes to like a couple episodes ago, you know, when it came to like talking to Akito. And the way how he's taunting Akito and doing all these heinous stuff, we get to know a little bit why, but he's just not a good person, etc., you know? And we get to see a scene with Momiji, you know? You know, Momiji's always been the guy we all know and we all love, but we get to see him all tall and physically grown up, man. I'm like, oh my gosh. But in the terms of the personality way, he hasn't changed much. Maybe the physical part, yes, but I'm like, dang, bruh, you grew. I still love the kid deep down, you know? I mean, seriously, I really do love the kid deep down. But, you know, we get to know more down the line about him, you know, about later on. We get to know that he's a teaser and he always enjoys playing with his own playful personality. And then, you know, there's a scene with Kyo seeing, like, Kisa and Hiro. And, you know, Hiro teasing Kyo in a certain nasty attitude way while Kisa's being more brave and more bold by saying, hey, what's up, you know? And then Kyo's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, oh, ain't that cute, you know? That kind of thing. Then we get to see a scene where, like, Hatsuharu-chan and Momiji-chan, Yuki-san back at Shi-chan's house, you know, with, like, Kisa, Hiro, and Toru, you know? And I thought it was pretty cute. Even the Kisa and Toru hugging each other, I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm like crazy Milanakis boy right there, okay? And that aside, we get to see Toru that trying to plan out for dinner, and I thought that was really sweet. Then we get to see Momiji talking to Kyo, and he ends up saying, hey, you know, what's up? And Kyo's like, hey, you gotten really tall recently, huh? And then Momiji's like, yeah, I might get taller and more good looking than you know? And maybe Toru might accept my proposal, by the way. And it looks like to me he's like taunting Kyo or provoking him in a way. Either to tell him, hey, I'm going to put a stop to, like, I'm going to give up and don't think about it, you know? In other words, Momiji is really telling Kill, stop putting a wall in front of yourself and not do anything and not be honest with yourself, okay? I'm going to put a stop to that. In other words, Momiji is really telling Kill, stop lying to yourself, be honest, what is it that you want, go for it. Don't stop yourself just because you have no other choice, you know, etc. So I guess Momiji does care for Kill in an aggressive way. He was telling him, don't think that what's going to happen to you is something that's not going to let you get what you want. You should go after it, even if something is going to happen to you. If you just let that thing to happen, that's most likely going to happen, you know? You wouldn't like it if someone picked up Toru besides you, right? And the way I look at it, yeah, like I said and repeating myself, Momiji is trying to help Kyo out. And we get to know Momiji actually loves Toru very, very much. And we get to know that down the line eventually, you know? Then there's a scene with Shigure talking to Toru for a bit, you know, after they were having some dinner here and there. And Shigure is like, I really wish I had you in my dreams instead, you know, and not some other person. Then here comes the important part. We get to see that Akito has a dream about her father telling her like, you are meant to be loved, and he tells her about the story of the god gathering all the Zodiac members to a banquet kind of thing. That I thought that was really nice and slick, you know. And all of a sudden, a thread or something, a bond just ripped. It literally just ripped. Like, literally ripped. And I guess it was Momiji, you know? Akito can only sense it because, you know, I guess she's God or she just knows it. And she ends up saying, Momiji, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Where are you going? And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's that same look that we saw many in the finale of, like, Fruits Basket in Season 2 when Kureno explained this to Toru, you know? Akito is showing that ugly weakness of a kid, like saying, please don't leave me behind, please don't leave me behind kind of thing. And Momiji just tells Akito, just go to your room. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow, you know, etc. And the way I look at Momiji, you know, it looks like he's crying right now because I can see to it that he's happy, but at the same time, he's also sad. There's a big reason for that, and I'll get to that down the line, you know. And I thought it was very emotional right there because I'm happy that he's free, but at the same time, when things are shown down the line in this episode, it's also very sad, and it really hurts too deep, you know. And we get to see to it that Hatsuharu along Yuki and Honda are looking for Momiji. Well, Hatsuharu's like, hey, Momiji seems a little bit different, man. Don't you think something's off or something? And Momiji was actually overhearing this while they asked Kill what's up. Kill will later on go to the same rooftop without knowing that Momiji is there, and Momiji kind of dropped the guard on him, saying the curse of mine just broke. And he says, oh, I'm just kidding. But he therefore tells Kill, like, I think it'd be best if your curse broke, you know, don't you think? Because, like, etc. Well, Momiji's like, I think yours breaking would make Toru happier than mine, you know? And Kill seems to be disturbed by this, or what Momiji is trying to say. And I can see where Momiji's coming from, you know? Momiji knows and understands, and he even says, I mean, you know, don't you? Or you realize it, don't you? So, seriously, man. I'm the one this stings. I'm the one that's hurting right now, you know? Eventually, after Momiji left, Kill really just told Momiji to shut up, you know? I don't want to realize that or even think about it. And when I look at Kyo's face, he seems to be in so much despair, man. We all know what's going to happen to him, but is it really going to happen to him? I really hope it doesn't, man, because I love the guy to death. I said this many times in some of my recaps, or most of my recaps, you know. I love Kyo to death, man. He's my freaking favorite orange delinquent kind of serious kind of guy, you know. But he could also have some fun when the time presents itself. And we get to see Momiji finally talking to Akito, etc. and says, I'm sorry, but I can't stay by your side forever. It's not going to happen. You don't have the ties that could bind me to you now. You don't have no control over me. I thought about what I want to try to say, you know, etc. And Akito ends up slapping him in the face and says, how could you do this to me? You betraying monster. How could you do this to me, you know? You think you're going to go back to your mommy and daddy, they're going to accept you or something, huh? Is that what you think you're going to do? And Mommy's like, no, that's not going to happen. And this is where it comes so dang heart-wrenching right here, because Momiji explains, like, even if I went back to my mom and dad, it's not going to happen because I just can't. I know what's done is done. I can't reverse it, you know? Especially when he talks about the times that he spent with, like, Toru and everyone else. That thing just got shredded too. And even the curse breaking doesn't mean I'll get the girl I want. And he indirectly mentions that it's Toru, you know? And, you know, when it comes to Momiji and Toru's relationship, honestly, I thought of it as very good close friends, or just like brother and sister sibling relationship kind of thing. But later on, I guess down the line, Momiji really loves Toru eventually, you know? And that's how he is. And there's no way he could, like, get rid of that. But he knows he can't get Toru because Toru had eyes on Kyo from the very beginning. Or should I say, for a very long time down the road when they spent a lot of time with each other, you know? And, you know, if I remember correctly, Toru always loves the cat, you know? After hearing about the sad story about him, that kind of thing. And that Momiji says, I know, I can't go back to the things that were broken, and honestly, it's going to be a lonely road for me, but I'm going to find my own freedom and happiness. Eventually, we get to see where Momiji ends up talking to his mother, which we all know why his mother does not recognize him, but says, hello, what's up, you know? And eventually, you know, Momiji will find his own happiness, but it still hurts deep down because he will go to a trip or a world in motion where he could finally start walking, you know? And we have too that Momiji was trying to help Akito, like, don't you want to leave or not? And Akito just get out of here, okay? Just get the hell out of here. As Akito has heard enough, etc. So we have too that Momiji tells his mother that she does not know that he will go on a trip or family trip and he'll keep going, you know? And when I see Momiji walking down or skipping, you know, he just like he'll keep going no matter what, etc. And then the episode ends, and then the song plays, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, what an emotional one. And preview of next episode is called It Was So Foolish, you know? So yeah. So overall, this entire episode is usually the biggest spotlight in character is Momiji, you know? We get to know that he's physically grown up, he's free from the bonds that tied him down that would turn him to an animal should he be hugged by the opposite gender or biological gender, you know? Like, for example, a female, if I have to say it explicitly. But there's a big cost to that. I mean, sure, he's free. He can do whatever he wishes, but he will be alone. And he will have to walk down his own path and have to find his happiness. And finding happiness down in life is really complicated. Sometimes it's never easy to find it because you're stuck at one place and don't know where to go, and sometimes you just don't expect what's going to happen next. And like I said, finding happiness is complicated, but for Momiji, he's going to keep moving forward, and I love that about him. And you know, when it comes to Momiji, he's really trying to encourage Kyo, go after Toru, man. Don't just stop yourself right here just because you're cursed or something. Don't give up, man. Seriously. And we all know Momiji. He knows what's going to happen to Kyo, and he could have at least took Toru himself and let Kyo be locked up, but I'm afraid he's not like that. Someone mentioned this to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad Momiji is not like that. And he knows that Kyo loves Toru, and Toru loves Kyo. And Momiji is really trying to encourage Kyo, like, go after Toru, man. I mean, I'm hurting right now. I'm stinging right now to the freaking bottom of my heart and to my soul right now, but go after her, man. Don't stop yourself just because something bad or even something of a bad luck of fate this happened to you. Don't give up on that. I'm serious. And I love that about Momiji, you know, and repeating myself again. He's trying to help Kyo out, telling him, go after Toru, man. Seriously, don't just stop yourself just because this situation's straight up right upon you, but you don't want anyone else take her, right? You should take her for yourself. Be more selfish. Just go after her. So yeah, you know, Momiji, I think he's getting some closure to his journey right now, you know. And as for Hatsuharu and the others, you know, they're about to have their journey ended right now, and I'm looking forward to like many of the other Zodiac members. You know, hopefully they will finally be free and find a way of their path in life. And Akito, I hate to admit it, but I feel sad for the girl, you know? She's not loved by her mother. She's only loved by her father. The only thing that's left for her to keep herself sane or keep herself in check or keep her sanity in motion is these bonds that her father told her about, and just the second one snapped. The first one snapped was Kureno many years ago, and now the second one snapped with Momiji. And we all know how Akito treated Momiji, man. That was really messed up. And now she's saying, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Are you serious? Whatever. But Momiji, you're free, man. I'm glad for it. But it's sad at the same time because, you know, Momiji has a lonely road to go. He can't get Toru and the bonds he had with everyone else of the Zodiac members. It's all gone, you know? Such as like with like Hiro, Kisa, Toru, Kyo, Yuki, everybody in the Zodiac family members, you know? I don't know what's bound to happen next for everyone else, but yeah, Shigure was trying to convince Akito in an implicit way, like, move on, man. Stop standing still while time is resuming. It's not going to stop for you. Which is the sad reality. Time isn't ever going to stop. No matter how many times you want to rewind or you want to see it go, it won't stop for you. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.